Welcome back to Last Night Productions. Okay. Today we are going to be reviewing 2006's Borat film. But yes, we are Last Night Productions. We are here to review Borat. I'm your host, Carlos. With me today, we have Samantha. How you doing, Sam?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. We got Chris. How's it going?
Good.
We got Big Butt Burrito himself beaming in. How's it going, Christian?
Big butt, yes, I like. Burrito. Very big butt burrito, yes. Hello.
Something that they sell exclusively in Kazakhstan. The Big Butt Burritos.
Yes, my wife, she make this burrito.
And we also have... Oh, sorry. We also have... Oh, no, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Nursultan Truliak Bey. Ian, what's going on, Ian?
He's all angry.
That's
a good impersonation.
You got to start talking about me.
I don't know that one.
She's my neighbor.
I got a clock radio he can't afford.
Oh, you're the neighbor?
He's major pain in my assholes.
He's pain in my ass. You have to kind of lawyer. He's my neighbor. He's pain in my assholes.
That impersonation you did was perfect.
Oh my god.
We'll get to the impersonations eventually. There's a lot to talk about with this movie.
Yes. A short description from Wikipedia, best source. Borat is a 2006 mockumentary black comedy film directed by Larry Charles and starring Sacha Baron Cohen. Baron Cohen plays the leading role of Borat. How do you say his name? Sadyiev?
Borat
Sadyiev.
A fictional Kazakhstani journalist who travels through the United States to make a documentary which features real-life interactions with Americans. Much of the film features unscripted vignettes of Borat interviewing and interacting with real-life Americans who believe he's a foreigner with little or no understanding of American customs. Roll the clip.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm new in town. Well, what to say hello? Hello, my name is Borat. I'm new in town.
Careful, advice. Welcome to our country, okay?
My name is Borat.
Okay, good. Well, I'm not used to that, but that's fine.
What is a not jokes?
A not joke, I would say, that suit is black. Not.
This suit is not black.
No, not has to be the end.
Okay. This suit is black nut.
This suit is black. Pause. You know what a pause is?
Yes. This suit is black.
Okay. I'm not.
Not. Can I say we support your war of terror? Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world.
I think that the cultural differences are vast.
Exactly.
And I think he's a delightful man, and it wouldn't take very much time for him to really become Americanized.
You want to have a drink?
You can't drink them.
I like you peoples. How can I be like you?
What's up, vanilla face? Is it not a problem that a woman have a smaller brain than a man?
That's it. Okay. We're finished. We have to leave.
Very nice. How much? She is your wife?
Nope, that's my wife.
In my country, they would go crazy.
Oh, my.
For these two, not so much.
Please, you come see my film. If it's not success, I will be executed.
Yes, throwback to 2006, everybody. I think I was 12 when this one came out, so I didn't really understand it back then, but after the rewatch, it's pretty funny, pretty hilarious. But you guys are big fans of it, I know. Ian, Christian, Chris. Chris, what do you think about your rewatch of Borat?
I love this movie. I'll rate it right now. No, I love this movie. I quote it every day, all day. I know I say that about a couple movies, but this is one I do quote like all the time around the house with friends. I don't know who doesn't love this movie. This movie is freaking hilarious.
It was huge when it came out. I remember everybody saying, "My wife." I mean, yeah, like
King
you're
of the
saying,
Castle.
people still quote it to,
Yeah.
to this day.
It had a grip on our middle school for sure.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I love the style of this movie. It's like kind of like the Jackass theme stuff.
Yeah.
Bad Grandpa kind of did it, but this was first before Bad Grandpa, I think. But Sacha, I don't know who came first doing this style of movie. It had to have been Sacha Baron Cohen, right? Because he was doing what was that? The hip hop dude. What was his name?
Oh, Ollie G.
Ollie G. He was doing that. I think was that his first character.
I think so.
I think they all were simultaneously. He would do that. He would do Ollie G, Borat, Bruno, all on the Ollie G show.
On the Ollie G show,
okay.
yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the Ollie G show,
Yeah.
but I think they were all on that show.
My first introduction to the Ollie G guy was that Madonna music video he was in.
Yeah, what video was that?
I don't know. It was a shitty
I know
song.
you like meets up with her in like a car or a limo or something.
Yeah. I think
that
it's
video
American
is
something.
25 years old now. Like he's been doing these characters for a long time.
I think it's called like American something. What is it?
Oh, that would make that sounds familiar.
I don't know. It just says music.
Maybe that's what it's called. It might just be called music.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just Madonna and then music. Official video. Huh. I didn't know about that one.
But yeah, all his movies are awesome. I mean, there's some that are kind of like, well, okay. But I love Bruno. I love The Dictator. What was the one where it was him and his brother? They're soccer players.
What?
You guys haven't seen that one?
I think so.
No? Where he hides in the asshole of an elephant to get away from these people.
Oh,
No?
I've seen that clip.
Ace Ventura style.
yeah. That one's hilarious too. They're like, maybe they're not soccer players themselves, but they're like big fans of soccer or something. I forget what it's been a minute since I've seen that, but I don't know. He's a genius. Talladega Nights, his character in that, fucking super hilarious.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now. He's freaking. Or I was just telling you, like the whole second Borat movie, he just his ability to stay in character and living with these guys for months, and he just getting drunk and blitzed drunk, and he just stay in character. It's I don't know. I love this movie.
He's talented.
Yeah.
Christian, what do you think about your latest watch through of Borat?
It's funny as usual. I've always loved this movie. I can't count. I'm pretty sure I can't count on my fingers how many times I've watched this. Like Ian, you and me, we watched the shit out of it.
Did you see it in the theater?
No, my dad just picked it up from Blockbuster and he showed it to me.
Gotcha.
And at first, my first watch through of Borat, I'm pretty sure I thought it was real. I thought Borat was a real person, and my dad had to reassure me, no, this is not a. He's not real. It's an actor playing somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd they get this guy?
Maybe that's why it went over my head when I was younger. I was like, why am I following this guy around? I get it now. I get it.
No, it was a great rewatch, though. It was cool to watch it with you guys. Good sexy time.
Sexy time explosion.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching it with you guys because you were quoting it the whole time.
Yeah. We didn't have any subtitles on the version we watched, so you guys were our interpreters.
That was Christian's a great joke where it's like we just speak the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
We worship the hook.
Yes, we follow we are Kusik, we follow the hook.
Yeah.
Ian,
what'd you think about on your latest watch through of Borat?
It's the same. It's just it's as funny as when I first saw it. I will always think of Christian when I think of this. That sounds a little erotic. Nothing erotic, but no,
So
like
sweet.
when this movie came out is when he and I really started hanging out a lot. And I remember watching it with him all the time and quoting it all the time and still quoting it all the time with him. And I've always thought it was a really funny movie. It's by far my favorite thing Sacha Baron Cohen's ever done. I think this will be his magnum opus, if you will.
Yeah.
But it was a really fun time watching it with you guys.
Does it feel especially fond to you when they're wrestling in the hotel room?
It's a funny scene. Yeah. Stand out as a Matt Bagatelle.
Do you think there's a stunt double when he's got his like nuts and butthole right in Sacha Baron Cohen's face?
I don't know.
For a split second, I noticed it this time watching through. I was like,
really?
That might be somebody else. It's not him. For like, there's scenes where you can see his face and it's like right there, but then when it's like deep in his face, it looks like it's somebody else.
Oh, maybe so. I couldn't really tell. We were watching it. I was watching it on my laptop, so I didn't really get the best viewing.
Yeah, especially when that comes up, I like to get real close to the screen and try to get a good gander of those nuts.
I forgot how long that goes on for. It goes on for a good while. I totally forgot.
I like when he first pulls the magazine away from him. He's so fat, you just like he's not nude anyway.
Exactly. They don't need to cover. They don't need to put the black bar over.
Yeah.
So funny.
I love when they go into the elevator and eventually it's just that one guy in there. The camera turns and he's just like,
yeah. Imagine what that guy was thinking, because obviously there's the camera in there.
Right.
Why is the camera following these two naked guys?
Yeah.
The camera turns to him, he's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking porno is this?
It's such a funny scene. I like all the they're just yelling, and I forget what language there's. I think it's like a mixture of like Israeli and Russian, and it's just they're just yelling and yelling. It's just so funny, so funny.
It's just chaos.
Imagine getting hired as a double for that one, Chris. Just that scene. Sam, what do you think about this one on your latest viewing of Borat?
This is the second time I've seen this movie.
That's it?
Yeah. I think I watched it for the first time maybe, I don't know, like 10 years ago.
You've had to have seen it. Just playing at my house or playing it. No?
No, because I remember just like a lot of people would share the nude fighting scene and like the King of the Castle stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to watch that. But when I finally watched it, it's like, this is hilarious. It's great. I get why it had such a grip on people. But it's funny. I love the like undercover acting thing, and especially when he goes to the rodeo and does his national anthem and all that stuff. So it's fun.
The rodeo is a great scene. I think that's what stuck out to me the most on this watch through, because it comes out in 2006. That's 3 years into the Iraq War. And he's at a rodeo saying, "We are going to kill all of those Iraqis, the men, the women, the children."
They shot it. They shot it before 2000. I think they shot in like 2003 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Like at the real height of the Iraq War. Jeez. I want to say, I believe so.
That would make sense. And then released it a couple years later. But yeah, lots going on around this era, and he's just running around as a foreigner. I think there's parts in New York City when he's trying to kidnap ladies and he's trying to say hi to some dudes and the dudes are running away. Stay away from me, stay away from me.
Yeah, the one guy like, don't fucking touch me, I'll punch you in the balls.
Yeah, very New York.
Yeah, so I feel a lot like Sam. I didn't understand it when I was young, 12 years old when it came out, but now it's hilarious, especially watching more of them, like Borat 2. That one gets super political, and I get the shtick now. He's like playing a character, and so I can come back now and watch Borat 1 and understand what he's doing.
Which one do you like more?
Borat 2 was very good.
Yeah.
Did you like Borat 2, Ian?
Yeah, I did.
That one was really good.
This was exactly, it had to have been exact, because today's Veterans Day. This was exactly 3 years ago. I remember it had just come out and we were downtown. I want to say we were downtown. And I would not stop saying Johnny the Monkey. And that was like the quote of the night. We would not stop saying that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like it as much as the first, but it's fine for what it is.
I was super worried when they said they were coming out with a second Borat. I was like, fuck, they're gonna ruin it. Right. And they didn't. I was pleased with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I mean, Christian, I think you liked it too, right?
Yeah, it was very funny still.
For it being so far removed from the first movie, it was fine for what it was. It's still funny.
Yeah, and I mean, for years he was saying that he would never do Borat again.
Right. Yeah.
And then he did.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit! All right, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
Going back though, this one does feel very different, and I think you guys might have brought it up. He got sued after this one by a lot of people because of the way that they were creating the film. It was pretty like guerrilla camera work, right? Like they didn't inform anybody they were shooting it. Well, he was under the guise of a Kazakhstani journalist.
That's the thing that I mean. I don't think it's that they weren't. They had to have gotten release forms to use them. So I think what it was is they sued him for defamation of character.
Whoa.
Thing like basically you're portraying us you're sort of portraying us purposefully in a negative light. I think that's mainly what it was, because you wouldn't. It would be illegal to make this movie if you just didn't get anyone's consent.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I learned a lot about that from Jackass, like listening to the Jackass guys, how they always get release forms from people.
I was just watching the CKY too, and there's that one joke they pull on the guy where they leave like $1, but it's covered in shit.
Yeah. And release form, right? Yeah.
And he picks it up, and they're like trying to get him to sign the release form, and he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you," and he was like, "I'll give you $100." He's like,
give him like 50.
"Let me see the money. Give me the money." He's all angrily signing it.
Yeah. They give him a lot of money though. They give him like $50 or $100 from what I remember.
They give him $100.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, that's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
$100, I'll fucking tell you.
That's interesting that people would sue if they sign a release form. They're like, how you use my words against me? You guys said it on camera.
There's a lot.
Well, I'm sure it's the embarrassment. They're probably embarrassed.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in here where I'm like, ooh, fucking people are just like, I bet they look back and like fucking eating their words, dude.
Frat boys on the RV.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
That
the frat
one's
boys
crazy.
on the RV.
Women are slaves. We wish we had slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you guys think they're like at the dinner? The dinner people?
Oh, that one was good.
Is that they probably look back on that and they're just like, oh my god, we got fucking played.
Yeah.
They didn't look as bad as the frat boys, at least, though. They weren't saying much like racist stuff or anything. But the frat boys, they started partying with Borat, and they were like doing shots and stuff. And that goes back to Chris saying that Sacha can really stay in character.
Yeah,
he's still, talking like Borat, even though he's probably like a couple shots deep.
and he just gives them just enough too to egg them on, to let them kind of like what's the Channel 5 news guy, dude. He just kind of eggs them on and lets them, like, that's what the movie is. Sure, you got the character of Borat, which is awesome, but the movie is the reactions of people and what people are willing to, and the confidentiality of like basically like the blank face security blanket of saying something over the internet, like he's saying something to somebody who doesn't matter because he's from out of the country. So it's like the guy at the rodeo saying things about gay people, and
you gotta shave that mustache.
We're not
Make him like Italian.
And he goes, "You be my boyfriend." He's like, "No, I'm not gonna kiss you. That's for the people that float like this." But
it's like in my country we take them and we kill them or something.
And he's like,
we finish them.
Yeah. He's like, that's what we're trying to do here.
Right. Yeah. God.
High five.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, and then he does that later on Borat 2. He does that on that TV show, This Is America, I think.
Right. I remember he got in a lot of trouble with Borat 2 with Rudy Giuliani.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had death threats too, didn't he?
I'm sure.
Yeah, Sacha. He's had death threats from like governments overseas. Like,
well, yeah, because I think we talked about it too. The country of Kazakhstan wasn't fond of this movie.
Yeah,
a lot of countries weren't fond of this movie when it came out.
I can't believe Kazakhstan's a real place. I thought he just made it up for the movie.
Khabib, the fighter, UFC fighter, he's from Kazakhstan.
What?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh shit.
His name is Borat. His brother's Borat. He's been fighting in his honor. Yeah, he follows the hawk.
I follow the hawk. I am Kusik. I follow the hawk.
There's like legends of that guy like fighting bears and wrestling bears, and that's how he trained for UFC and become a fighter.
What the? I like the national anthem that he sings. Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world.
The biggest exporter of plutonium. Is that
And plutonium. Yeah.
Potassium.
Potassium.
Yeah. All other countries have inferior potassium.
Christian, do you remember? Because we remember the soundboards of this of Borat.
Yeah.
A lot of it was from the show, and I remember. I don't even know if I should say this, but when you, like another big song, I remember that he got. He had a song, "Throw the Jew Down the Well." Do you remember that?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
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 I remember he got in a lot of trouble for that too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
You can't do that one today.
And I remember like the soundboard played the whole song. Do you remember? Do you remember? Man, it's like this whole like. So I don't know what the context of where he was singing it at, but it was this whole song. It was so.
There's a clip of him doing. He's at like some like country spot or whatever, some country bar thing.
Okay.
And it's like that kind of crowd, so they're all just going along with it as he's singing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that sound, but like we take dogs, shoot them in the field, then have a party. Like that the soundboard was almost even funnier than the movie at times.
Was this like a website or something?
Yeah, it's like on E-Bomb's World, I'm sure.
Okay.
More black sheep or
more
something.
things from the yesteryear of 2006 that probably, from the better should stay in 2006.
Bring it back. I'll look it up right now.
I used to do prank calls with soundboard apps on my phone.
Oh, we know.
They had like Arnold ones, and
we've seen it.
Yeah. Just watch that one.
Yeah, that was another thing that we bonded over too very much, as I'm sure you know now. It's prank phone calls.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever watch the Onage prank phone calls?
The what prank phone calls?
Bush in Kazakhstan, we laugh when we hear the name because a bush mean the hair around.
Can I buy you?
Let's stop that one.
Yeah, Barbara Bush. Yeah. There's a lot of these.
Do you like a porno?
Yeah. Do you like a crumb? Yeah.
He has a very big testicles.
I like you. Do you like me?
Oh my god.
I make them have explosion for liquid.
Yeah.
We're getting up.
Oh my god. That's
to make more animals.
Blast from the past.
You mean to tell me man who stuffed rubber fists in my anus was homosexual? And it's all like, oh god, what have I done?
Oh, and then the way he describes the guy before you get to that scene.
He's a man with a chocolate face.
Oh, yeah.
No makeup.
It was a genuine chocolate face.
No makeup. I remember in that soundboard, there's this part, it's like, my wife, she is scared of a man with the chocolate face. And that was before, I remember, that might have been before I saw the movie, because I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I thought, like, this guy with the chocolate face, like, what does that mean? I had no clue it was a reference to black people. In a way, it was a little more funny out of context. Like, what the fuck is a guy with a chocolate face? But, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the description of someone. That and the vanilla face, chocolate face.
What's up with it, vanilla face?
What's up with it, vanilla face?
We just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That dinner scene that you brought up, Christian, the part when he excuses himself to go use the restroom is insane, dude. He brings it back to the table.
The woman has to like explain to him
Yeah.
how to go to the bathroom. Like
you
the host,
me?
the host
No,
wipe
I'm not
anus.
the
She
host.
was so nice and patient.
Yeah, that lady was too nice.
And they were so patient all the way up until he brought a prostitute to the house.
Oh yeah, they're like, that's too far. That might be.
They're like, you have to go.
I love
Like
that
once
scene.
he asks if he can stay for dessert, that's when she snaps.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not.
It's a good love story. At the end, he realizes his true love was in that.
What's her name? Linnell?
Yeah, Lunel.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, I love you, Borat. You say my name right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's walking away. You see my name right.
I was also surprised how we're able to weave like an overarching story too. We got the love story. The Pamela Anderson narrative is in there.
Yeah.
When he tries to find his love, but then he ends up, I think, getting together with Linnell at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's all just here to record American culture.
When he finds out Pamela's not a virgin and he has that breakdown.
Yeah. That was on
He's
the
like,
frat bus.
No.
They're like, oh, let me show you this video.
Liar,
That was on the frat bus.
Liar.
That's crazy they fit it into the RV too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I had to look it up, but I found an article that Borat kidnapping Pamela Anderson was staged.
Yeah. I always knew like there's no way in hell that they would have just done that.
Yeah.
Because again, like they show, like you had to get her consent, you know. Like,
yeah, true.
But in that article too,
They
it
played it
says
off
that it caused her to break up with Kid Rock.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good thing. Good for her.
He was angry about her being in the movie or something.
Well, I'm sure.
He didn't like it.
I'm sure Kid Rock was.
As his trophy wife, and you're making her look. That's probably he's like, ah.
Odd couple.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not actually. Now that I think about it, I don't know. But
Well, I always thought, because that was around the same time, wasn't what's his name, Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie was the couple, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah, that was a weird era.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been like, because I remember being a little kid. I don't know, maybe it was the same era, but yeah, they were wacky. They were a wacky couple.
In this article about Pamela Anderson, it says they did that in 2 takes. So the first one they did the book signing, and he grabbed her and ran out, and nobody did anything. And in the quote, he's like, "I was like, what kind of fans are these?" But then in the second take, the fans were trying to stop Borat, and apparently, a piece of her bone jaw broke off when they were trying to save her.
I think I heard that. Yeah.
That's freaking crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Must have like pulled her over his shoulder, and then the fans probably knocked him over, and
yeah.
So maybe something went wrong.
Yeah, I wonder if there's footage of all that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Maybe.
I was also trying to look up on YouTube like behind the scenes of Borat and stuff, but a lot of it was late night talk shows interviews with him, and he just stays in character the whole time. He doesn't come on as Sacha. He comes on as Borat.
Yeah.
And he's just talking to like David Letterman, saying, "Yes, I made a movie."
What was that one guy famous from back in the day? Jim Carrey made a movie about him.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, he was kind of like
he was the originator of all that.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that guy was like fighting women.
Yeah,
like,
he wrestled women.
Yeah, he was like total heel, like
right.
Just made people hate him.
It was just so funny because that's so wrestling too. Like you can't drop the story the way they call it kayfabe, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Drop the storyline.
Yeah,
it's real to me.
Yeah, and even in the most extreme situations, people like break their backs and stay in character. Like it wasn't there one where like the guy rolls over and kind of like pulls him over because he was supposed to win that match and like pins himself, like because he like
sure.
Yeah, who was? I was just seeing that, but
I don't know the specific incident, but I'm sure that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. With when Borat came on when he was doing talk shows, and he stays in character. I remember one of the things he says. He's like, "Borat, yes, he very very popular at the nightclub." And he mentioned some nightclub. I think it's like a gay nightclub in New York.
That's funny.
He's like, yes, Borat was very popular at the gay nightclub.
Excuse me.
We got the nukes going off.
The gaydar goes off. Funny.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite scenes from Borat, guys. What's Chris? You got a favorite? What do you think about when you think of Borat?
Man, that's tough. That's tough to just pick one favorite scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. Come back to me.
Christian.
Come back to me too. No. Yeah, that's hard. It might be the dinner scene.
Yeah,
Either the dinner scene or the rodeo. One of those two. They're like just the reactions that he gets, I think, are my favorite in those two scenes because, you know, at the dinner, you know, they think that they're talking to this like foreigner who's trying to learn about America, obviously, and he's asking all these silly questions, like he calls the guy retarded and stuff.
You already died?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm retired.
It's not to let the retard come and have dinner, you know, with everyone else.
Yeah.
That is
and with the
great.
rodeo, it's like that ended up on like the news. Like they were talking about it on like a local news station around there, and they talked to that same guy who's like telling him to shave the mustache and everything. He's like, yeah, this guy, he came and, you know, said he wanted to sing the national anthem, and then he just made us look all dumb or whatever. So I can't choose between those two, but yeah, there's so many funny scenes in this movie. I mean, the whole movie is just fucking hilarious.
What about the scene with the car salesman where he's like asking him, which car can I kill people with? And he's like, or first he's like, which one can I get the girls with? And then he's like, oh, the Hummer. And he's like, can I kill people? How fast would I go? It's like, oh, about 30, 40 miles an hour. You can definitely kill a Jew with it.
So crazy.
It's just anything to make that sell, dude.
Yeah.
Sells him an ice cream truck instead.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite scene in Borat?
Oh, well, I like the part when he's on the like Hollywood Walk of Fame and he runs into Azimuth again, and he's like dressed up as one of the dude like Laurel and Hardy, but it's a shame because like the way we were watching it, you couldn't tell what they were saying, but he's like, he thinks he's Hitler. He's like, why are you dressed as Hitler? And then they start fighting, and the Grim Reaper dude try to break it up. He's like, no, fuck off, death. Like,
fuck off, death.
We used to do it all the time.
Fuck off, death.
And then as Krishna used to do this all the time too. Azimuth does this like thing like with his hat.
Yeah, like a Three Stooges thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the standout scene. The scene with the church is funny too. Speaking in tongues and stuff. That's funny too.
Oh yeah,
that might be my favorite.
Yeah, but we got like, does Jesus love my neighbor? There's Sultan Tuliakbai.
Yes, he loves everybody.
Yeah, nobody
loves my neighbor. No Sultan Tuliakbai.
The part where he meets the gangsters is pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Tries
to get in with the culture. I felt nervous for him, especially since he's staying in character. You don't know.
They're like asking him like, "Hey, who are you with? Who are you with?" He's like, "In there, I have Azimuth Begetov."
Yeah. Oh my god!
When they were telling him to pull his pants down, like sag him.
Yeah,
like a hole.
Yeah, when he gets to the underwear, I forget what they say, but it was so funny.
What are you wearing, a net or something?
They're like, hey, what's with the huggies, man?
He's like, it depends.
Yeah, that part's great. Sam, what about you?
I really like the dinner scene. That's hilarious, especially like when he was like these two ladies, not so much her. When he was talking about the blonde lady, and he was talking about her shape or whatever, and the husband was like, yeah, I agree, and then he shits on his actual wife. Stupid. And then when he does the national anthem and the guys are backing up, like they don't want to be associated with it, just that stuck with me. I thought that was funny.
There's a horse that like falls down behind him when he's singing the national anthem. I wonder if that was staged or somebody got hurt.
They don't know, because like he's wearing his hat when that happens, and when he's singing the national anthem, he's not wearing his hat. So I think that happened before he started singing.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes horses fall down.
You, Carlos?
I think the sagging part is funny.
Yeah.
Trying to learn American ways.
Let your huggies hang out.
Yeah. But yeah, should we rate Borat?
Yeah, sure.
Should we wait for?
He's coming back. Okay. Christian, what do you rate Borat?
5 out of 5.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with this movie.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, obviously I don't agree with Borat's views on many things, like women and Jews and things like that. But it's all part of the joke,
Yeah,
It's like, what a terrible fucking human being this man is. But he just, he's going around and he's seeing how people react. You're seeing people's reactions to the way that he behaves, and
yeah, he's just a lovable idiot.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always loved this movie, as I've said, and 5 out of 5.
Nice. Ian, what do you give Borat?
I'll give it a 5 as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's just like everything Christian said. I mean, so this movie's what, like 17 years old now?
Yeah, it's getting up there.
17, somewhere around there. It's it's provided him and I 17 years of endless jokes, and I think just for that alone, I have to give it a 5.
Very nice.
And that was the thing, because it did get to a point where it was overexposed, and everyone was doing right. But the thing, and this is very highfalutin to me to think, but I never really felt guilty about Christian and I doing it, because I always felt like our impression, and this is so egotistical to say, but I always thought our impression was a lot better than other people's. Because there's so many very nice. Wow, it's just there's so many awful Borat impressions.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a whole topic of people say impressionism is this lowest form of comedy and this and that, which sure, I can't really argue with that, but at the same time, I get a kick out of really good impressions, and I don't know, Christian especially, he picks up very nuanced things, just just the flow of the there's a lot that goes into an impression. You can't just, I don't know, you gotta find the nature of it. Same thing with Trump. That's why we like doing Trump, and that's why it's the same thing which everyone does a Trump impression, but you gotta, I don't know, you gotta find the right way to balance it.
Yeah, I can do a terrible Trump impression.
No, anyone can. Yeah, anyone can. It's the same thing with Borat. So many people do Trump impressions, and most of the time they're not very good.
Yeah. Count me in on that. 5. Sam, what do you give Borat?
A 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
3 5s? Oh my goodness.
High 5.
High 5.
High 5.
High 5.
I love the storyline of the love interest with the prostitute. No, but I mean, it's just great the way he stays in character and exposes people with their own, just letting them talk. So I like that kind of stuff. It's fun. When I was younger, I was like, this is so stupid. But now seeing it older, I'm like, it's fun. So what do you think? What do you get?
I'm right there with you. I did not get it when I was a little kid, but now I understand it. It's really a well put together film. Sacha Baron Cohen, he's a talented motherfucker. He's even in musicals nowadays. Les Miserables. He was in that Johnny Depp one, The Barber.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I never knew that.
He was like a hair guy.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, he was selling an elixir to grow back your hair.
Oh.
But anyway, yeah, he's talented, and it shows in this film. I think it was very nice to revisit this era too, like the early 2000s, and see what was kind of going on back then. Got Pamela Anderson was a big star. I also was reading just something a little off topic, but in Wikipedia they said that this film, it opened up with a bigger opening than the Miley Cyrus concerts. It was making 9 million, and Miley Cyrus is making 7 million on her opening for concerts. So it was very big.
Yeah. No, I made a lot of money.
Yeah. And culturally, it was huge. I appreciate the film. Can I give it a full 5 though? I don't know. Can I give it a full 5? And I'm wondering what I take away from it. What would make it a lower score?
Well, what don't you like about it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
That's what I'm asking myself right now.
What's your problem with it?
Yeah, what's my problem? I guess I'll,
What problem? What issues do you have?
I can't think of any. I guess I got to get on the 5 out of 5 bandwagon.
I mean, you don't need to. I mean, if you feel like it doesn't deserve a 5. I mean,
No, if in good film, or I be execute.
I'll be asking you'll be bored.
No. He's,
don't film me, film him.
I can't think of anything to take away from it. Yeah, I think it's a 5, guys. I'm on the bandwagon.
Especially like considering the category of movie. It's not like a...
That's true, yeah. It's not like a Schindler's List or anything like that. I think that's why I'm hesitant to give it a 5 out of 5. Because it's not a very serious film, but it comes in and it accomplishes what it sets out to do.
No, it is not the joke.
Yeah, that's right. When does he say that?
When he's talking about having sex with his mother-in-law.
That's right. Yeah.
Why make a joke on the mother-in-law?
Why you want me to make a joke about my mother-in-law? It is not a joke or whatever. Yeah.
But Chris, we have 4 people who all say it's a 5 out of 5 film. What about you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I was like, did you guys all score 5? Because it's a 5 for me, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a perfect film.
Yes.
Piece of art.
Yeah. So, hon, you scored this a 5.
I'll give it a 5.
And you think Borat 2 was better than this?
Ooh, I gotta rewatch it again now. I saw it when it came out in 2020, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
See how
this
compares.
is a 5. What about
now I think of it, Borat, it's such a great bonding experience because when I first started hanging out with Christian, we bonded over Borat. When I first met Carlos, we were bonding over Borat because the new one had come out. It's a great icebreaker.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's you know, you just go up to someone and start talking about Borat, and you'll just you'll become friends instantly.
Sparks fly.
Yeah, either that's like the test of waters. You know, Borat.
Yeah.
How dark can this humor get between us? All right, we're good.
Yeah.
Jinqui.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Borat or South Park.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we have one of our. I don't think it's our first, but one of our few perfect films, Borat, 2006. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed?
I like.
Everybody said 5. That's happened before?
I think so.
That's happened. I'm sure.
Everybody said 5.
Yeah, I'm sure it's happened before.
Yeah, it happened with Halo.
No,
Halo
Halo.
television program.
That show. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I think The Thing. I think we all gave The Thing a 5.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, that is a good film.
Oh yeah.
But before we go, I was wondering if you guys want to talk about what you can't let go this week, movies, TV, music, or otherwise. Christian, can you think of? Oh, ASAP King just commented and said we all gave Morbius a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, but
that was a
that's like this movie. It's like it's a joke. You're playing it straight, but it's a joke. It's a joke. You make a joke.
Oh man. Ian, have you been watching anything lately?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what's worthy of bringing up.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I watched Texas Chainsaw 2003 and 2006.
Never seen the one from 2000. That's a prequel, right?
Yeah, it's called Texas Chainsaw: The Beginning.
Right.
I really like that one.
I'll have to give it a watch. Where'd you watch it? Is it streaming somewhere?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. Was it like a Tubi or something?
I'll have to see if I can find it.
You don't own it?
No, I don't like the remake, really. I haven't seen any of them past the remake, except for scenes that you showed me of the one on Netflix last year. I just gave up. It's not that I think the remake's really horrible or anything. To me, it's just kind of pointless.
Right. 2003 with Jessica Biel is the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's very iffy in the beginning, but once you start getting into the action and the killing, it really picks up. And Jessica Biel, she even like fights back and kills like most of the family members, which is really cool. Okay. But then you go to the 2006 prequel, and it explains how Leatherface was like born and how he's raised in his neighborhood, and the town's dying because they're closing down their only resources, the meat processing plant. So the town's dying. So I guess the family kind of has to band together to collect their own resources, which is like meat from civilians who are passing through. But the guy who takes place of the cook's role from the original films, he plays the sheriff in this one. It's Lee Ermey. I think I'm pronouncing his name right, from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
He's the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket.
Oh,
I really like him in those ones.
what's his name?
That was Arlie Ermy, I think his name is.
Arlie Ermey, yeah.
I didn't like that character. I just
No?
character did nothing for me.
Oh man, I think I'm just a big fan of him. I used to watch
Right. I like him.
TV
I like him
shows.
too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just that character did not work. That's so many things about that movie just don't work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I thought they show a lot more like gore and violence in these films than the originals. You know, usually they're panning away from like the hook in the back, but this one they're like showing the limbs actually get cut off, blood splattering everywhere. Fingernails are getting raked off on the walls, which I did not like. I don't like fingernail stuff going on, but a lot of violence in these early 2000 ones that I appreciated. I recommend them.
The
They're
lift
fun.
on you could see the progress and the lift of the TV rating getting looser and looser over time.
Did it get looser in the early 2000s? It might have.
Well, compared to before, that you can show stuff and then they get a little worse, and
That's true.
now like, other than like, I don't know, how would you like cult following stuff that are really gory, but for the mainstream, I think the rating has gotten definitely more lax over the years. They're showing more nudity on TV and more gore stuff on TV than they would even back in like the 80s and 90s.
For TV, I mean, yeah, most likely. With movies, it's weird because I remember we went and saw Infinity Pool this year, and there's this big hubbub about how they had to cut all this stuff out to get an R rating. And I actually just picked up the uncut version, which I really want to watch to see how different it is. And I remember being like, aren't we past this? Are we still making all these big deals about this shit? Like, I remember the director of that movie. It's David Cronenberg's son. It's Brandon Cronenberg. I read this article with him, and it was really fascinating about how he said, like, we tried so hard to get away from all that when they changed X to NC-17 in the late 80s, early 90s, because X had such like a pornographic connotation to it. They wanted to get away from that, and NC-17 was going to be not as like a harsh. It wasn't supposed to have such a harsh connotation to it, but then they instantly started movie theater chains. They instantly said, oh well, if it's just the new X, then we're not going to show any NC-17 movies. Also, it's just stupid.
That's interesting because I thought NC-17 was worse than being rated like RX.
It is. X is NC-17. They changed X to NC-17 because again they wanted it to be like more marketable, but it didn't work. And they were just like, well, if it's just the new X, then no, we're still not going to show that stuff. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
fucking dumb. So many movies have gotten hacked to shreds over that shit, and you'll never see the actual version. It's just stupid. And it still happens. I mean, thank God they were able to release the uncut version of Infinity Pool.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it's just, I don't know. If you don't want to, if you think make the person decide. If they think it's too violent, too sexual, they don't have to go see it. It's stupid.
Let people vote with their dollars.
Yeah. Just, I don't know.
Aside from one scene in that movie, I wouldn't think it would be that bad or.
Infinity Pool?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they cut all of it out, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hoping we get to see more fun stuff.
That last bit where they're in the field and Mia Goth's holding on to our hero, Skarsgård. Anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Sam, have you been watching anything lately?
I watched the Texas Chainsaw 2003 with you. I just wanted to do an honorable mention of my favorite scene when the guy's in the basement on the hook and he's bleeding and dying, but he's playing the piano with his toes. It's just so funny. He's like hitting notes while he's up there dying. But other than that, just video games. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 just came out, so we've been playing that for the last few nights. Playing zombies. So yeah, nothing much. Solitaire. Call of Duty.
Solitary.
Yeah.
I play Solitaire. I like Solitaire a lot.
Yeah, the new Modern Warfare 3 Zombies is pretty fun. It's open world now.
The other day on my solitaire run, I finished a game in 35 seconds, and I'm gonna be that high for the rest of my life.
New high score.
Good shit.
What about you, Chris?
I would say that I just watched Indiana Jones for the first time, but I slept through most of that movie.
Oh, really?
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
I didn't even know you snoring.
I was like one eye shut and my head drooped down on my bed, and then I'd be like, and then something would happen, I'd catch it and I'd be like, oh yeah, what about that? Like it would just like play it off like I'm not sleeping, but I was struggling so hard to stay awake for that movie.
At least you aren't chewing and going home this time.
It's a little more fun when we're watching it in person. I get more lively when we're in person watching it than
Yeah. On Discord.
I get too comfortable too in my bed. I'm like sitting there on my bed, like watching on my iPad next to me. And I'm just like,
Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, I fall asleep during movies a lot when I'm watching them at home, and people are like, "Oh, it must have been a really bad movie." It's like, no, I just get tired and then fall asleep.
Yeah,
it was good though. From what the parts I seen like probably half of the movie in and out of it, and I liked it. I need to go back and watch it when I wasn't so tired. But yeah, I had bought the 4 movie collection. That and I bought the Tomb Raider ones, and like I'm gonna go down this
like adventure.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was. And
what other adventure movies are there?
Like National Treasure.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I'm trying to. There's more. I can't think. There's got to be more. I don't know.
There's the Uncharted games, which are freaking awesome.
I remember that. I never played much of those, but I remember them being fun.
They're really good.
Yeah.
I didn't play them up until I think I tried playing the first one, and I was like, man, this is stupid. And then they came out with the 4th one, and then I went back and played them all, and I fell in love with them. I was like, oh, they are so good.
Yeah, I remember them being really fun and cool.
Is the 4th one the most recent one? Was that like
no, they came out with
2018?
one Uncharted where there was 2 chicks where well, do you remember what that was called?
No, I didn't even know they came out with.
Oh, because I thought you said it right. I think it's called Legacy.
I said at the same time because.
2 chicks at the same time. Damn it, that's mine.
I know they came out with a movie this year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
Juan was just saying.
Tom Holland.
Right, and I think Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, when I seen who was playing them, and I was like, no, this is gonna be shitty, dude. No way. And it was actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I watched The Crow for the first time.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. It was really good.
It's a cool movie.
It took me a couple times to watch it because I kept falling asleep. I was like, it starts off kind of a little boring, kind of. And then finally I was like, I put it on while I was doing some cleaning. And then I got past like maybe the first 20, 30 minutes. And then I just stopped cleaning. I was just like watching the movie. It's really good. There's good action.
Yeah.
The character's awesome looking. Like,
yeah, definitely.
It was a good movie. I definitely recommend.
The Crow. Christian, have you been watching anything lately?
Yeah. I just finished Gen V, the Boys spinoff show.
Oh.
That was really good. It kind of surprised me. I thought it was going to suck a little bit because, I don't know, spinoffs with stuff you never know. But
yeah. Do I have to be caught up with The Boys to watch that one?
Yeah, it would help.
Okay.
And if you eventually watch what's going to be season 4, it would help to have that in your queue as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a cool show. It's like a friend recently described it to me as like Sky High with like Gen Z with blood everywhere.
That's what I was going to bring up.
What are you talking about?
Favorite film?
The Boys spinoff show, Gen V.
Okay.
Sky High, the one with it was like a Nickelodeon movie where they were like superheroes at a high school.
It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
Disney movie, yeah.
I just
So
remember
it's at college.
Okay. I just remember one of the chicks could morph into a guinea pig.
Oh
yeah. What was the like the evil looking kid? He had like a name that was like a play on words or something.
In Sky High?
I think so, yeah.
Remember, I don't think I've seen that since the theater.
Wasn't it the wolf from what's it called? I'm not thinking of a different movie. It was the wolf guy from the vampire movie.
Oh, Twilight.
Twilight, yeah. Wasn't it him in that movie?
Maybe. I don't remember. I just remember Kurt Russell's in it.
And Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell's in Sky High?
Yeah, he was coaching Boomer.
Oh, wow, I don't remember that at all. Wow.
I don't remember that.
I think I'm getting this confused with a different movie.
I was gonna say, how do you remember so much about Sky High?
Oh shit, Tom Kenny was in Sky High as well.
Really interesting.
SpongeBob. That's cool.
Oh, was this a cartoon movie? This is a live action movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just that, and there's like a chick in it who has to like throw up to like get really small. And then and then she has to eat to get like back to her regular size. It's interesting. Yeah, it's
talking about.
Is that kind of dangerous? Bulimia? That was my first
yeah,
thought.
well, she's not bulimic. It's just like what she has to do.
Just superpower.
Yeah, just she can get very small or very big.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Same.
And you should keep watching The Boys, Ian.
Yeah, I don't even remember what episode. I think I've only seen it with you or Steven or something, or I can't remember.
I think you were on like the second episode, or you watched the second.
Okay, I don't think I can watch it anymore because I don't have Amazon anymore.
Oh shit!
I mean, there's other avenues. I can.
It's true.
Yeah. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, but Gen V, and then just finished Loki season 2, which was surprisingly pretty damn good.
Okay.
I
haven't seen any of it yet. Shh, no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Talking about this, I was talking about it was you because it's like is season 1 supposed to be bad?
It's not bad. It's just not as interesting. As
Season 1 was great. I liked it, and then I don't like waiting week to week to watch it. So I'm like waiting. I waited for it to finish, and it just finished. So I'm gonna go watch it now.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I like season 1.
Yeah, I thought it was hella good. I think it was like the best thing that Marvel's made.
So why was it surprisingly good though? Then was it like it was going to be bad, or
I don't know, because I wasn't sure what they were gonna do with the whole Kang situation with Jonathan Majors and all that happening.
That's true.
Huh?
Is he in it? Is he in season 2?
Spoiler.
Spoiler. I could not care less is an over exaggeration. So.
Right. Well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody else. So yeah, if you're gonna watch it, you'll see. But yeah, that was a pretty damn cool, good thing. Loki season 2, and then Invincible season 2 just started, so I've been watching that.
I think it's crazy how quick. I think because Loki, the first season was so good, they turned around and made a second season like hella quick. It seems like
for Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did happen kind of fast because the first season came out like last year.
Yeah, I don't even know if it was part of their Marvel plan because they usually plan out all their shit for like a couple years, and I don't even think that was part of the plan. And they turned around and just was like, "We need to make another one now."
Keep pumping.
Yeah, it's interesting. How did that
Did you know that Loki applied for the part of Thor?
Yes.
Yeah, there's test footage. It's like there's no way it's hard to see him as Thor. It's like he is Loki.
Yeah, he's so thin too and everything. Like he had the like the attitude, right? Like he looked like he was really into it, but it just, better to have Hemsworth in that role.
Oh yeah.
Didn't the Marvels just come out? Did anyone go see that?
No, not yet.
No?
Sprinting to the theater right now, Ian. I'm sprinting to the theater.
I want to go see it. I love all those movies. We're supposed to go. It's funny. We're supposed to go watch the new Hunger Games movie. Well, I'm not a huge. Shannon loves those movies, the books, and everything about those. And she bought tickets for us, and we're gonna go last night. And I'm like, getting ready, trying to get like motivated to go. And then she's like, I'm a big dummy. It doesn't come out till next Friday. I was like, yeah.
I would feel the same way.
Yeah.
So anyway, I gotta go watch that next one. You guys want to go watch Hunger Games?
I'm gonna go see Thanksgiving with Eli.
Yeah. Let's go see that. How about can we go? Yeah, let's go see that. That might suck really bad, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
I'd see it.
I'll give it a shot. Why not? I like the one girl on it. She's the TikToky girl. I like her a lot.
Oh.
If anything, it'll be nice to look at her for a little while.
Over a Thanksgiving meal. Ian, finish us off. What have you been watching lately?
I've just nothing exciting. I'm almost done with season 1 of Freddy's Nightmares. That's been a slog.
A slog.
It's not a good show. The first episode's really fun, but
it's
a pretty mediocre show. I'm glad I have it, but
Freddy got slogged.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger did some slogging. I watched the Japanese version of The Ring last night because it's on Tubi. And I really liked that. It was really, I don't get scared, but it was pretty unsettling. And I've seen the American one only once, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was very, just spooky to say the least. Other than that, I don't know.
What about because I was just ordered the Ring movie. We just got it. The Grudge. There was a Japanese version of that too.
Yeah, I think it's called that? Or something.
Yeah, have you ever seen it? I've never seen it.
I've never even seen the Sarah Michelle Gellar one. I remember, like, I think because I remember they made fun of it in Scary Movie 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing the trailer for it. Like that was the time because like I think we were talking about it. How like that Saw. What else? Like that. There's a lot of horror movies from that era.
Yeah.
That I remember being really big deals. And a lot. Like I remember there's one that the Saw dudes did called Dead Silence, which I've been meaning to watch for a long time.
Is that a zombie one?
No, it's like puppets or dummies or something.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know. Nothing's jumping. Maybe I did watch something and it was really good. I just can't. I don't know. I just haven't been keeping track of what I've been watching. I'm sure I watched something pretty good. I just can't think of it.
You watched Dragon Ball, Ian?
Yeah, but is that's on Crunchyroll?
Yeah, and 9 Anime or Funimation.
Okay. Yeah.
We all watched the In the Mouth of Madness last time.
Oh, that's right. Body Parts. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, Body Parts. That was a good one too.
Yeah, that was awesome. Puppet Master. I've never seen those. I know there's like 15 of them, but I've never seen those. If you've seen them, let me know. Let us know if they're worth watching. The dude that makes those candles, You Need a Candles. He's really into those movies.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, do we know what we're reviewing next week, or what we're doing next week?
We gotta do Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Does that come out this upcoming Friday or?
I think Thursday.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Make some time to go into the theaters.
I'm down to see that.
Have you all seen Sadako versus Kayako? It's The Grudge versus The Ring. Oh,
what?
It's like a Freddy versus Jason thing.
Yes, dude. I need to see that.
I read something that they're based off of the same concept, The Ring and The Grudge. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
I always get them mixed up.
Right. Yeah. They were big. But they both kind of have like spirits.
Nope, I'm not about that.
Yeah, it was freaky. The Japanese version was pretty freaky. I don't know. The American one never really did anything for me, but the Japanese one was pretty effective.
I couldn't sleep for weeks after the original Ring.
I just remember that because this is not in the Japanese. There's this wacky ass scene where the horse jumps off the boat. I don't know what the fuck the horse was doing on the boat, but I remember just being like, "What the fuck is going on? Why is there a horse on a boat?" And it gets like killed, like run up in the propellers. It's such a goofy.
Oh my god.
You don't remember the horse?
Oh yeah, I remember that part.
I remember always being like,
yeah.
Once, but I remember just being like, okay. Anyway, back to normal programming. Like, what the fuck is that about? So random.
Was I texting you, Ian, about the versus movies, like all the different versus movies? Like they got Alien versus Predator, Godzilla.
Yeah, I remember we
were talking about that.
Movies.
Speaking of which, the Ring Girl versus the Grudge Girl thing, or whatever they are. What versus movies would you guys like think of that haven't been made that would be awesome to see?
Borat versus Azamet.
Yeah.
They did that. Yeah.
Yeah, that did happen in the movie.
Or a Borat versus Bad Grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could not understand what this old man was saying.
Right. That's such a great line in the movie too. When the chick's talking. Yeah. Ugh.
I always thought it'd be a good John Wick versus Jack Reacher. That's why I bring it up.
I haven't seen Jack Reacher.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Jack Reacher.
It's like pretty much like a John Wick, but not as good.
Okay. I know everyone said like Ash versus Ash from Evil Dead versus like Freddy and Jason, or Freddy versus Chucky, or Freddy versus Michael Myers, Freddy and Jason versus Michael, all that crap that never got made, which I mean we were probably better off. But I don't know. I can't think of other I can't think of other versus that would actually be decent.
The Boys versus the Invincibles.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Superheroes.
Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Yeah.
Omni-Man would probably win, but yeah. Jabba versus the Rancor.
Oh. Who would win?
I don't know. Do you think do you think the Rancor would be able to like penetrate Jabba's belly?
Yes. Salacious B. Crumb versus Max Rebo.
What was that? A taco versus a grilled cheese sandwich?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that movie, Hot Rod?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was the question, and he was like, "Who would win in a fight between a taco
and a giant douche and the turd sandwich?"
Anyway,
depends on who's playing. Are we playing by prison rules?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we'll be reviewing the new Eli Roth film in theaters called Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving coming up here in Black Friday.
Real quick, if we're on the subject of Thanksgiving horror movies, everyone go watch Blood Rage.
Blood Rage?
That's the best Thanksgiving horror movie of all time.
All right.
Blood Rage. Okay, cool.
It was. I think it might still be on YouTube or Tubi. Excuse me. If it's not, do your best to find it.
'Tis the season, everybody. Oh, and then after that, I think Thanksgiving week. I don't know if we'll be meeting, but Napoleon comes out with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that looked weird.
I
didn't watch the trailer yet.
I don't really want to see it, but if you guys I guess I'll go.
Interesting.
I like Napoleon. I studied him a little bit.
I like Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Well,
Dynamite. I thought you meant that Dynamite.
Yeah, I like that Dynamite too. But I don't know. I'm not. Over the past few years, Joaquin Phoenix has rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh.
I don't really want to. I don't want to jerk off. It's
doll where he rubbed you.
All right.
If anything, he's trying to get me to rub him, and I'm not playing.
No, I will say that just that clip I seen of the Napoleon movie with him in it, it sounded like he was playing his Joker role. Like it was the same inflections and
It makes me not want to go see it even more.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is I always hear about I've only seen a couple movies of his, and I always hear like how outstanding of an actor he is, and it just seemed like it was the same.
I mean, Signs. 8mm is an alright movie. I'm trying to think of other movies with him.
He's in 8mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you are in the Sacramento area tonight on November 11th, Chris's band is playing a show at PJ's Roadhouse
In Placerville?
in Placerville at 9:00. PJ's Roadhouse. Everybody be there or be square.
With opening act from all the way from Kusek, Korki Kusek. Hit song Bing Bang Bing.
Bing,
Yeah.
bong, bing, bong, bing, ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for talking about
Bye,
Borat with
bro.
me, everybody. We'll catch you next time. Laters.